Have Robert C. Mitchell to discuss acting out when Christianity not really goes wrong, but it's like a he say, she say segment. All right? So welcome He Say, She Say with Robert C. Mitchell.
Hello, LaCora. How are you doing?
I'm
Beautiful.
good.
You look nice today.
Well, thank you, Rob. So I appreciate that. And you look all right. No, you look nice. You look very handsome,
You
Robert.
do this all the time.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay.
You look very nice.
Well, thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Now, Robert, I'm not sure if you got a chance to see the new reality sensation, The Sisterhood on TLC. I wanted to name this When Christianity Goes Wrong, but instead I had to make this a he say, she say, because I want to know what's in your mind.
Right.
And I have to say what's in my mind. Okay? So, this is acting, or is it acting? I don't know what it is, but it's on television, so we're going to talk about it. So, you guys, if you don't know what it is, take a look at this clip, The Sisterhood.
Our First Lady has to appear perfect because she sets the standard for the congregation.
What if you pull back the curtain and see us for who we truly are? You'd be shocked.
Oh my.
Preachers' wives can run from very conservative
One of the things you'll learn about me is I'm kingdom.
to very radical.
Tell the devil he's a liar. What is wrong with you?
You do breast implants too?
I have a lot of skeletons from my past.
This was the house where I smoked my first crack pipe at.
It's a lot people don't know about me.
Better watch yourself, girl.
People don't expect a preacher and a preacher's wife to have a good sex life.
I had sex and I got diseases.
It's very difficult to be a first lady. Very difficult.
First ladies generally disagree on a whole lot of things.
I don't need you to quote scriptures to me. I know the word.
Thank you.
The only thing we agree on is that we all love God.
I love you.
Everything else is up for chance.
If you don't want to support me, then don't go. You're going to do it your way. I'm going to do it my way.
I never asked you for anything. I'm done.
Whether you need me to say, I feel your pain, I'm so sorry, God will connect me to the women that can stand when all hell is breaking loose.
Christianity gone wrong, or the reality of the church. Now, Robert, that's The Sisterhood, a reality show exploring the lives of first ladies in the church. What do you think?
Well, it was very interesting, and I did get a chance to watch 2 of the episodes.
So did I.
That's there, and it was very interesting because it did give a real look into the real lives, because I'm one that believes when the music stops and everybody goes home, there's a whole nother story that plays out at home. But a lot of times, pastors are, ones that are behind the pulpit, they come up and they portray another story. So I'm real about that. However, I still believe that there is some obligation and there's some accountability with certain things. And with this show is very interesting because a few of the wives I have some issues with. So,
Okay, and
yes.
I would agree. Watching YouTube, I noticed that one person's comment said, "This is exactly why I left Christianity," and I was like, "Woo." That's a lot.
That was deep.
That's pretty deep,
Yes.
because some folks say that it has made a mockery of the church, and you said that you have a problem with a few of the not housewives, but pastors' wives.
We can call them housewives.
Yeah, they housewives. I don't know the difference. To be honest, looking at the show, I can't see the difference.
Right.
I mean, talking about breast implants. They were talking about getting tattoos. It was just.
But but wait a minute, because again, that's where we probably differ a little bit. Some of the things you named, like getting a tattoo, I understand that there's always been a kind of taboo thing
Right.
or within the church, but I don't know how I feel about that. But the gossip, I don't like that spirit that I've
Okay.
seen in there, and I feel like we should have the fruits of the spirits as Christians, and I think that in this, you really can't tell the difference.
Well, who did you have a problem with? You said they were gossiping. You said even one point we had a discussion, and you said you felt like she should have been rebuked by Tara, who I feel is a real Christian. I don't think she's a fanatic.
Well, I don't know the names. I'm still watching the show.
Okay.
But what I will say is, yes, Tara, But if you remember, I gave you two sides because Tara, I can see where she kind of hits that line of a little overly radical. However, being a Christian, I do believe that there's a certain talk, a certain spirit about you, a certain energy. And for one of the young ladies to get upset because she makes reference to scriptures when she's talking about a conversation, yeah, that's kind of like, no, that means that you just don't want to be accountable for the things that you're doing. Right. So somebody like this doesn't appeal to you. Almost like a parent talking to a child. It's not that the parent, what they're saying is wrong, but the child is so rebellious. You know, they feel it's wrong.
I hear what you're saying, and you also said, you know, demonic. They even got on her because she listens to Christian rap. It's crazy. Right. How can you get upset with a Christian, with a first lady, for listening to Christian rap music? You don't have to listen to T.I.
But what I also did said is that I felt like the pastor should have demonstrated by saying that it's not that I'm not for Christian rap. However, when I'm with my wife, if I want to hear a little Luther, that still is okay. And I think that's what Tara was different, because she called it all the devil's music.
Bottom line, Robert, who's demonic? Who do you feel is demonic you got some issues with?
Well, I'm not going to call anyone demonic at this point because the show is just, you know, it's just coming into, you know, so I'm going to give them the benefit of doubt because Jesus wants us to not judge.
Right.
And definitely not off of what we know TV edits. So,
okay.
You know, but right now, just discerning, I'm going to plead the fifth for now.
Okay, so do you feel that this is Christianity gone wrong, or the reality of the church, or neither? Plead the fifth.
I feel that Christianity may be going down a wrong path, but I don't know if it's wrong yet until I see more of the show.
All right, yeah. Christianity going down the wrong path. We ain't going to call it so wrong yet. Yeah. I don't know. You have to watch it yourself.
We will revisit this.
But we'll revisit, okay? We'll be back. Commercial break. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Yes Show.
Yes.
Yes.